Hey, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and the Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak, Kudash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of GMS who rule well and teach well. Salutations to the hopeful elect out there on the four corners of the globe, pushing this truth, all truth to sincerity, strictly Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. GMS Arkansas, the brother preacher called, come on with this lesson. This lesson right here is going to be in Matthew 17. 14, I think down to like verse 21, dealing with faith. Okay, having your faith be strong, man. Okay, uh, when we start here, this is dealing with the man that had this kid that was vexed with an epilepsy, which was when he got epilepsy, it's basically like a demon. It's possessing your body, and the people came to Yahweh Shai. Okay, the fame he was getting, they knew to start basically coming to Yahweh Shai for when they needed things. Okay, paint a picture of today when we have hardships and things to lean on who Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Keep him in our presence. Keep him in the prayers. Okay, pray unto him constantly. That's what it's all about. Okay. So when you read here in Matthew 17 and 14, it says, and when they were come to the multitude, they came to him a certain man kneeling down to him and saying, and this is after the transfiguration. Okay. So what's going to happen? He's going to miraculously cure a child that's been vexed with the devil. But this is after that transfiguration. So you see the disciples seeing more. What they just saw, you know what I'm saying? The no man seen but themselves, they finna witness more of the miracles and the power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. It says, Lord, have mercy on my son, for he is a lunatic and sore vexed, for oft times he falleth into the fire and oft into the water. Okay? Now when you read over, this particular spirit was on the boy so much, it basically made him deaf and dumb too. He couldn't hear, he couldn't speak, along with all the other problems. Okay. But let me see, that's in Mark 9. Let's go to Mark 9. Mark 9, what was that? Mark 9, chapter 9. After the transfiguration, all possible things. Let me see here. Okay. I think it's right here. Right here, 9 and 21. And he asked his father, how long is it since this came unto you? And he says, of a child, oftentimes he casts him into the fire and into the water to destroy him. But thou canst do anything, have compassion on us and help us. And Yahushua said unto him, if thou canst believe, all things are possible to him that believeth. So he was testing his faith. Straightway the father and the child cried out and said with tears, Lord, I believe, help thou mine unbelief. When Yahushua saw that the people came running together to rebuke the foul spirit, saying unto him, thou dumb and deaf spirit, I charge thee, come out of him and enter not no more. And the spirit cried and rent him sore and came out of him. And he was one dead, and so much as many said he is dead. And Yahushua took him by the hand and lifted him up, and he rose. That was the same story right here. What we read in Matthew. Okay, it say he was deaf and dumb. So it says lunatic. Let's go into that word. Let's look up that word right quick. Thou have mercy on my son. He is a lunatic. Selenid Edzumai.
Strong's G 4583. Seleniadzamai. Seleniadzamai.
Seleniadzamai. To be lunatic, to be epileptic. Epilepsy being supposed to return and increase with the increase of the moon. This meaning is doubtful, as the Greeks know nothing of epilepsy. Okay, epilepsy, crazy, to be a lunatic. Basically, you have people who have epileptic seizures. They basically shake. When that demon take over, they shake. They have them to shake, and the shaking, man, all kind of your neurological system is off. Okay, it begins to deal with your muscles, because after a while, you can have it so long, you'll have an event, and then you'll come back and your arms will be paralyzed or your legs will be paralyzed for a while. Okay. So this was a bad demon that's been on people for years. Because a lot of people have epileptic seizures, man. They just pass out and go to shaking. They don't know where they at. And if they out there driving, it's an automatic wreck if they driving and have a seizure. If they don't know how to pull over before it takes over. Okay? Because you get a sign. It's signs that you know one coming. You know. Verse 16. And I brought him to thy disciples, and they could not cure him. See, the disciples, why? Because the rank of that demonic power, that demon, he had a high rank. So if your faith ain't all the way in it, you have different levels, man. The scripture tell us here in Ephesians 6, what it say in 12? For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, rulers of the darkness in this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. So these particular demons have different levels. Okay? And the disciples, if their faith wasn't all the way strong, then that demon that they were dealing against was stronger than what they were in their faith. He was stronger in wickedness. Some demons are stronger than others. They're resistant. They stubborn. But the demons can't resist Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, man. You know? Now, they had been given authority to cast out devils, but they just never met a devil like this. Let me show you Matthew. They had been given that power to cast out devils. They were given the power to do it, but it was all about their faith. You see that? To heal the sick, cleanse the leper, Matthew 10 and 8, to raise the dead, to cast out devils. Freely ye receive, freely give. So they had that power. You know, that it says, he told them, go ye not rather to go to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And as you go, preach to them, saying that the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils. So they had that authority to cast out devils. This demon was just more different than the most demons. This demon was different. He had power. This was like a legion. Okay? So when it's hard. So when they were doing it, casting out, when you cast out certain devils, you got to remember, if you're able to do it, you're going to gain some kind of popularity. But don't be confounded at the one of success, okay? And not have a one of that faith. Because that's what's going to get you through that faith, man. That's what it's all about. Because if you start getting to the point where the most I give you the spirit to do it, people going to be like, ooh, shit. Yeah, that's that dude. You know what I mean? But it's all about faith, man. And he had took him to the disciples, but they couldn't cure him. So the man knew, well, look, I'm going to wait on Yahweh Shai because I already heard about him. I already knew. Then Yahweh Shai answered, so, you faithless and perverse generation, how long should I be with you? How long shall I suffer? Bring him here to me. So Yahweh Shai frustrated, okay? You know, he knew his ministry was drawing to the end and the disciples didn't have no more faith. He been showing you all this. And you couldn't cast this demon out. Where was your faith, man? Okay? He was speaking to the disciples, to the people, and to them Sadducees, because there was certain Sadducees there. Okay, it tell you that in when you go over here, back in Mark, when you go to 9:14. See that? And he had the authority from the chief priests. No, I'm in Acts. Mark 9:14. You see, all things are possible in this heading. And when he came to his disciples, he saw a great multitude about them and the scribes questioning them. You see that? This is the same right after he came off Transfiguration. Okay? So he was talking to the people, the scribes, or whatnot. All right? They was faithless, man. And it even speaks of it in the law. It even speaks of it in the law, so it really don't surprise. It shouldn't surprise you that you got a faithless generation. Deuteronomy 32:20, and he said, "I will hide my face from them. I will see what their end shall be, for they are not a very they are a very forward generation, children whom is no faith." You see that? So our people, they faithless, man. He was mad at them disciples. All the shit I showed you, y'all faith still low. Okay? He said, "How long will I be with you?" He not going to always be there in the bodily presence. Okay? Because he had to leave. So they basically needed to come to a maturity. We all in this truth, we are babes. And then at some point, you got to take the bite out of your mouth and go on and read the scriptures and to be able to discern for your own self instead of someone hovering over you teaching you everything. This is what's called maturity. Okay? And we all have to grow in this truth as well to the point where, you go, boom, you're walking on your own. Understanding this truth for what it really is. Okay? So you look at it, must a child be carried always? Or when he gonna learn to go on his own? You see that? Yahweh Shai was letting y'all faith need to come up because I'm not gonna be here. It's just what he was just telling the disciples prior to. Telling them he gonna be persecuted. And he showed them the transfiguration, but I'm finna go to my glory. Y'all at the retirement party. Y'all better have more faith, man. 18, and Yahweh Shai rebuked the demon. He breaks the power of Satan right here. When he rebuked him, he broke his power. And he had departed out of him, and the child was cured that very same hour. You see that? He rebuked the devil, man. He broke his power as one having authority. You see that? The victories we get over Satan are obtained by the power of his word, man. The power of his mouth. So which is his mouth is the word. So this is how we rebuke Satan now, with the word, man. Because we know he is what? The prince of the sword right now. So everything we do is with our mouths, man. Okay? And it says, then came the disciples to Yahweh Shai apart and said, why couldn't we cast him out? And Yahweh Shai said unto them, because ye of your unbelief. Okay? For a reason. For verily I say unto you, if ye have faith of a grain of a mustard seed, because a mustard seed is one seed that could be trampled on, sharpened, tore, it's still going to grow. It could go through any adversity and an affliction, it's still going to find a way to grow. Okay? If you got the faith of the grain of a mustard seed, ye shall say unto this mountain, move hence yonder place, and it shall be moved. You will be able to move mountains. And nothing should be impossible for you, having that faith in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? Having that faith, man. Howbeit, this kind goeth out, but by prayer and fasting. So, the adversaries that we wrestle be all principalities of power, but yet some going to be stronger than others. You're going to be, when you're dealing with this word, you're going to be dealing with demons fucking with you. You might have to get to the point where you might have to cast one off someone. But you just got to remember the faith. It was done. And you got to do prayer and fasting. It's the proper means for bringing down Satan's power against us, man. Prayer and fasting. That is the proper way to bring Satan's power down that is against us. So with that, shalom.